All right, guys, we're getting into the thick of college football, and I think it's time that we start talking about that a little bit more on this channel. As we get into draft season, I'm going to be talking a lot about the draft because I love it. It's the perfect blend of college and the NFL. So I've got 4 picks this week for teams that I'm looking forward to for different reasons. We'll jump right into it. Starting things off in week 5 of college football, I have Oklahoma at Iowa State. So both of these teams hit some disappointing losses. Iowa State versus the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns, and last week Oklahoma obviously upstate for the second year in a row by Kansas State. So it makes me curious, what is this Big 12 now looking like? Are they maybe a little bit closer than they have been in previous years? Obviously, it's usually Oklahoma and everybody else, or Oklahoma, Texas and everybody else. So maybe it's a closer conference. I think this is going to be a good game to kind of see how closely matched these teams are now. Obviously, Oklahoma doesn't have a veteran quarterback behind center anymore, so a lot of changes there. Texas A&M at Alabama. So for A&M, obviously Jimbo Fisher has been there for 3 seasons now, so I think it's kind of time for us to start seeing progress with this team. I'm not saying I see A&M winning this game. I do not. I think Bama is going to win it, but I think we should see a more competitive game. I think that's why we hire coaches in the SEC and in these bigger conferences to beat the top dog, and I think that Texas A&M is in the position now to be able to do that, especially with Kellen Mond being such a veteran quarterback in the SEC. I believe this is his 3rd season starting. I remember seeing him for quite a few years now, so this should be a game that he can kind of play up to and show up to. As far as Alabama, missing the playoffs last year is so different for them. I feel like I always just have that championship mentality for Bama because that's the kind of program that they are. So we want to see them back on track, back to their usual business. Memphis at SMU. I always love this matchup in the American. Both of these teams they put out NFL talent. Memphis is always good. SMU has been good for the past couple of years. I think SMU is going to win this game. Shane Buechele being such a great veteran quarterback, but it's always a close game. So I think it's going to be really, really competitive, but I do have SMU winning it. But another one that I'm looking forward to this weekend. And finally, rounding it out, Auburn at Georgia. Auburn's ranked 7 this week. Georgia is ranked 4. For Georgia, my questions there are they like the guy in the East, or is it them in Florida, right? So I think that that's going to be the matchup of this season almost. I'm really, really looking forward to see who ends up taking the East, and I think this will be a good game for Georgia to kind of make their mark, if you will. And Auburn is looking really good. They have for the past couple seasons, I'd say. I'm a big Bo Nix fan, so I think this is going to be a pretty competitive game and a really, really good matchup. I don't think it's going to be a complete blowout for either team, so I love games like that. I like to be able to see some competition, some good competition. That's all I've got for you guys on this Friday. Let me know down below who your favorite college football team is, what matchups you're looking forward to this weekend or later in the season. Are you a Big 10 fan, a Pac-12 fan? Are you excited that they are back? I'll talk to you guys really soon. If there's any college football topics that you want me to touch on, let me know. We'll get things going here.